10 months of working on my online co-op game, Feed Me Chef. I've been doing the game design, programming, and the art myself, but before I show you a time lapse of thousands of hours of me sitting at my desk with the poorest posture possible, let me tell you about the game. It's a cooperative cooking game where players must work together to feed a giant monster while avoiding being devoured themselves. In a non-elevator pitch way, it's a game where you play as a chef in a restaurant. You work with other chefs to collect ingredients to make a dish and to feed your guest. The guest just happens to be a giant sea monster who will eat you. Collecting your ingredients is as simple as picking them up, tossing them in the oven, catching the dish, and tossing the dish into the monster's mouth. But the restaurant is no ordinary restaurant. It's located on top of the ocean and the water levels continue to rise, meaning that you have to platform your way up to find the ingredients to make the dish, avoiding hazards and some other things along the way. The restaurant does change its themes, platforms, and hazards with each new guest that you serve. But since the restaurant is big, you and your chefs clearly do not do leg day at the gym. One of the main ways you traverse at the restaurant is by using these jump pads to boost yourself up. Thankfully, your chef does double down on their arms at the gym, so you can throw your food all the way across the restaurant with this nice lock-on system to other players and appliances. Now, why go through all this trouble? Well, there's this big old Italian-American octopus who's currently extorting the chefs. You have to pay him each morning, or else, as he would say, you could say goodbye to your little restaurant. All right, I'm never going to do that again. So what does this mean? That means at the end of feeding each guest, you're left with a review for your restaurant based on how well you fed your guest. Each completed dish, the pizza that we saw earlier, is worth 5 stars, while each ingredient is worth only 1 star. There is a maximum amount of stars you can achieve with each guest you have. In Feed Me Chef, payout is based on how many total dishes and ingredients you fed the guests versus the maximum available. So you just want to get as many stars as you possibly can. Now that your pockets are heavy with coins, we're not buying Mama a new crib or pimping out her ride. Instead, we're pimping out the restaurant and the guest. These upgrades are persistent, so if we get our guests a new bib with maybe some cringy humor on it to reduce our respawn duration, every guest from this point on will have that bib. Or maybe we spend these coins on some paintings that allow users to jump through them to teleport to other paintings across the restaurant in an extremely original concept I haven't seen in any other game. You're going to need these upgrades in order to power up your playthrough so you can keep your restaurant open. Remember, you have to pay the octopus each morning. So after you serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner, you'll need to pay your extortion fee before serving breakfast again. If you can't, the octopus might suplex your restaurant straight into oblivion. Since this is the first video, I just wanted to give a brief overview of Feed Me Chef and where the game is now. If you do like what you see, please feel free to wishlist it on Steam. I'll dive deeper into development, mechanics, lessons learned, and so forth in the later videos. Capiche?